So we're joined by Corinna who's going to give us a little lesson on where we are and what we're doing when we're looking for sparkling wine and the difference between Cava, Prosecco and Champagne.
Yeah.
Bit of a minefield. Why would you choose one over the other? What matches what food? So maybe you can shed some light.
I think some people choose based on like what they like best, but like there are a few things that make them different. So the first one is where they come from.
Okay.
So Prosecco comes from Italy, comes from the Veneto region in the north of Italy. Cava comes from Spain, from a few regions in Spain, but mainly Paneres, just outside of Barcelona.
Okay.
And then Champagne comes from Champagne in France.
Great.
And then we've got sparkling wine made in other quarters of the world,
Yeah.
and it's called sparkling wine
Great.
when it's there. The other
So
thing,
can I buy champagne from California?
no, because it's protected under, it's an EU thing.
Okay.
So you can only call something champagne if it's made in Champagne.
Great. Yeah.
And,
great.
and the same Cava can only come from Spain.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So what's the grape in Prosecco?
So the grape in Prosecco, it's actually Prosecco, but they changed the name to Glera so that no one else could use the name Prosecco. So it's quite clever what the Italians did there.
Oh, very good.
But it's only one grape.
Okay.
And that's another point of difference, because in Prosecco it's just one grape, but in both Champagne and in Cava it can be a blend of grapes. It can be one grape or it can be a blend.
And so champagne, you can have white and red grapes mixed together.
Yeah.
Can you have white and red grapes mixed together in Cava?
You can, but they don't typically, right?
Okay.
So the indigenous grapes, there are 3 of them, are white.
Yeah.
But then you can also, and they brought that in more recently, you can use Pinot Noir, which is one of the champagne grapes, and you can use Chardonnay. But like the really Cava guys don't want to do that. They want to just use their own grapes.
Okay. And where do I go if I'm looking for some good value?
Right, well it depends what you like. So always buy what you like first, you know, the style that you like. But Cava is actually really good value, because a lot of people don't know the Cava is made in the same method as Champagne.
Ah.
And the difference, one of the big differences between Cava and Prosecco is age. So with Prosecco, it's made in a tank, it's made very quickly, it's lovely, it's for immediate drinking.
Yeah.
And it's
not aged.
It's not aged. Whereas Cava has to be aged for a minimum. So after the bubbles are formed in the bottle, it must be aged for a minimum of 9 months.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And it's the same with Champagne.
Yeah.
So and then some of them, depending, they're aged for longer and longer, and then you're getting much more sort of layers of flavour on those.
Great. That's great. And so, what's your tipple? Champagne.
My tip is Champagne. I do love Champagne. I like very well made Cava too. Yeah, you know, there are some really good ones out there.
Yeah. So I've just discovered Calfondo Prosecco. So that's my current favourite fizz to go to.
Yeah, and I like that too, because that's the original Prosecco.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
And it's a bit cloudy and it's a bit cool.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Great. Thanks so much for that. Great. Thank you.